yogurt and plain flour and a pinch of salt. And it's about 50-50. And it works very nicely because the dough stays lovely and soft. And I want it to be crispy on the outside of the fish. So corn flour onto a board and just push it out with your hands, and it feels the texture of marshmallow. And then a rolling pin. If you don't want to make your own pastry, you can use a Greek pastry. But I think the process of making your own pastry is a lot more fun, especially with the kids. Get them messy, get them dirty, get them to taste it, get them to feel it, get them to roll it out. And you see now, we've got this lovely thin piece of pastry. Take away any excess corn flour, a small amount of ghee, melted butter works just as well, and just sprinkle a little bit on the pastry. Salt and pepper and a little bit of cumin. All the seasoning to get the flavours of the Middle East joined up with a bit of modern European Mediterranean food. Salt on the fish, pepper, and some cumin. The cumin is going to go on the pastry. A piece at one end, a piece at the other end. Bring the pastry across the top and just push it down with your fingers. Take a knife and then trim the fish so you've got yourself a nice little oval or a half moon. There's the fish. The pastry wrapped sea bream goes into a frying pan and is slowly cooked in ghee. The fish needs to cook all the way through the middle, but as the heat comes into it, the pastry keeps protective crust in the same way as a piece of batter, and the fish inside should steam. Whilst that pastry crisps up, I'll be cooking the clams and prawns with cumin. I finally dice a red onion, halve some cherry tomatoes. To a hot pan I add olive oil, whole cloves of garlic and a pinch of salt. In go the onions to soften, a little cumin next, before we add the tomatoes and the prawns. Prawns colour just a little bit, and then the flavour will come out. As the clams go in, the whole thing will cook together. Now, the clams. I was taken by what Mokhtar showed me when he cooked for me in the restaurant. Add the clams. So they cover the whole lot, and you'll hear them sizzle. Give it a stir, and now to make it all come alive. This is the essential ingredient, water. A splash of water, let it come up, and take a plate or a lid and put it on top. Fish out onto a board, take a sharp knife, and look at this. The fish is all beautifully cooked and soft. Back to the clams. You see they're all opened up now. I stir in a handful of coriander. The squash brings out the flavour, and the oils, and that heat brings out the flavour. And it's all ready to serve. To finish, I garnish with some coriander leaves and a squeeze of lemon.